Today I just want to share a really cool and easy recipe for a vegan chocolate cake, or you can also call it a vegan chocolate banana bread. The recipe really was for a banana bread, but once I made it, it tastes more like a chocolate cake. You can't really taste much of the banana. So if you're really sensitive to bananas, you might call it just a banana bread. If not, just call it a chocolate cake. Everyone will love it, even your non-vegan friends. So let's get started. First thing you want to do before you even get started is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of water with 1 tablespoon of flax meal, 1 cup of flour, half a cup of cacao powder. I use organic cacao powder, 3/4 cups of coconut sugar, 3/4 cups of vegan chocolate chips, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Here I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/3 cup of coconut oil melted but cooled, and 3 ripe bananas. So I have the example of the bananas I used. This is part of the bunch. I like to use the bananas when they're like that. They're very speckled and very dark. That's when they are the softest and the sweetest. Once you preheat your oven, you're going to mix the flax meal with the water and set it aside. You want to leave it to rest for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, because that makes it into more like almost like a jelly, and that's going to bring everything together. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mash my bananas, and you can mash it with a fork, but I like using an immersion blender because it makes it more smooth, and I think that's why the consistency is more like cake instead of a banana bread. Once you have your bananas all mashed up, you're going to add the coconut oil, the vanilla extract, and your coconut sugar. You want to make sure everything is nice and blended before you move on to the next step. Next step is mixing all of the dry ingredients. Your organic cacao powder, your salt, your baking powder. Now what we'll do is add the flax. We'll give that a nice stir just to incorporate it into the banana. And we'll pour the wet ingredients onto the dry ingredients. Give it a nice, very slow, almost like you're folding it, but a little bit more than folding it. Once your batter is pretty smooth and with the minimum amount of lumps, I'm gonna pour a little bit less than half of the amount that we had here. And I'm gonna save the rest to sprinkle on top. Once you're done mixing everything, you're going to put it into a loaf pan. You want to make sure it is already greased. Hope this doesn't fall. Now I'm going to pour the rest of the chocolate chips. If everything, you can use everything, you can use less than that if you don't like chocolate chips that much. A lot of people do. Sprinkle it on top. And this is it. I'm going to put it in the oven. By now your oven should have preheated. Mine's already preheated. I just heard the beep few seconds ago. I'm going to put this and I'm going to bake it for 65 minutes or everybody's oven is a little bit different. You want to check it after 60 minutes, put in a toothpick and see when it's no longer wet on the middle of it, and we'll check back in after this is done. And there you have it, guys. Look how beautiful it looks. Vegan chocolate cake, or you can also call it vegan chocolate banana bread. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys try it and what do you guys think, all right?